Om Yogis, and welcome to a practice today with the tiger. We'll start seated, so sit in a comfortable position. Let your spine be nice and tall. Let your hips descend, the crown of the head ascends. And from here just start to observe all of the things that are present inside of you. Let the breath pull you in, and let the breath drop you deeper. Noticing the flow of inhalation and exhalation in the body. Noticing the places within the body that hold you up, and the places in the body that can completely relax here. Noticing thoughts arising, moving through you like clouds in the sky. Happy thoughts, sad thoughts. Noticing the rise of the inhalation, the fall of the exhalation, and each small sensation in the physical body as it arises and passes. All these patterns within the body. The light and the dark, like the patterns on a tiger's fur. Our patterns can create friction in the body. They can get stuck within the joints, tissues, and muscles. Likewise, they can create freedom in the body too. There are patterns for restriction and there are patterns for expansion. And in this practice, we liberate the body a little from the patterns of holding and tension. And we unravel ourselves through embracing and balancing the opposites in order to balance through the whole. From here, you guys, let's take the thumbs up and bring your arms on a diagonal. Just sitting, letting your spine be very erect, letting your arms be very straight. Lifting your arms with the strength of your chest and dropping your shoulders into the back. You can take breath of fire here, or you can just take a slow and even breath. Keeping the arms where they are, the fingers curl in, the thumbs point up. If you're doing breath of fire, it's a short, sharp exhale as you pull the belly in. And the inhale happens all by itself. If this doesn't feel good for you today, just slow, deep inhalation and exhalation. And noticing and allowing the resistance within your body and letting that create some heat for you today. so that you can offer something into this heat. Can offer up what needs to be burnt away, what is done inside of us, what patterns are done. Or you can offer up something that we'd like to be strengthened, such as a positive pattern. Our motivation to practice, perhaps. Use this shape now as you progress in it to charge up the fields of the body, allowing your resistance to illuminate you. Feel yourself lighten up as you feel your own resistance, the charge of that, creating fire, creating a light and illumination inside of you. Gorgeous. And then let's inhale, bring the thumbs to touch above your head. And as you exhale, just sweep your arms down in a big full circle down to the ground, just sweeping out your energy field. We're sitting here now, just feeling the residue of that short 2-minute practice. Again, dropping into the breath, noticing the inhalation and the exhalation. And start to count now your inhalation and count your exhalation and come into Samavriti, even breath. So if you're inhaling for 4, exhale for 4. If you're inhaling for 6, exhale for 6. Even breathing. Working with both polarities, the inhalation, the exhalation, the rise and the fall. Working with both evenly brings us to a sense of true balance. This is the magic of the tiger, the ability to work through both, to find balance. Samavriti, evenness of breath. As you inhale, bring all of the awareness and attention that you possibly can to that moment of inhalation. Become alive within that moment. And as you exhale, let yourself relax and release as much as possible. Falling into evenness of breath now. Falling into a sense of balance. Beautiful. Then let's come to cat-cow. As you inhale, you're arching the back and opening the chest, and as you exhale, you're rounding the spine and looking in. So you're working with opposing patterns, the arching and the rounding of the spine, the breath through the front of the body as you inhale and through the back of the body as you exhale, moving this way and that way, feeling both polarities to come into more balance. And see if you can adopt Samavriti here, evenness of breath. So again, if you're inhaling for 4, exhale for 4. If you're inhaling for 3, exhale for 3. Just let your breath be nice and even. Get a sense of working with both opposing patterns equally. Keep going, allow yourself to become absorbed in this practice, absorbed in this movement, absorbed in this equality of breath, this way and that way. Gorgeous. Then come back to center and push yourself back into downward facing dog. Stretching all of that out, staying with your samavriti, evenness of breath. As you hold this posture in stillness after that movement, just let your mind drop in and look for the opposing patterns within this posture. Look for where there is strength, for where there is relaxation, for where there is stretch. For where there is inhalation, exhalation, tension, relaxation. How energy moves up and energy moves down. Energy moves forward and energy moves back. Embracing all opposing patterns, rejecting nothing. Beautiful. From here, inhale, bend your knees, look forward. And exhale, step, walk or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, fold on in. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, fold on in. Just do this one more time. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, folding in. On your next inhalation, come up to stand. Just feel yourself now standing at the top of your mat. Feel what moves down, what reaches up. Feel the breath. Feel all of the opposition inside of you, the opposing patterns, the polarities inside of each of us that when embraced bring us nearer to truth and nearer to wholeness. Feel this is tiger magic here. Beautiful. We're standing at the top of the mat. We're just going to take a few rounds of Surya Namaskar A. So as you inhale, lift the arms up. And as you exhale, dive on in, fold. Inhale, come to halfway. And exhale, bring yourself back to plank. Through chaturanga. And then to cobra on the inhale. We'll do a few rounds of cobra here, so exhale, release, and inhale, cobra here. Use the muscles in your back to lift you. Use the strength of your legs and the anchoring down through the sit bones to lift you. Working to your own even samavriti breath. So if you're inhaling for 3, exhale for 3. Inhaling for 4, exhale for 4. Inhaling for 5, exhale for 5. And then on your next cobra, let's turn this into up dog if that's appropriate for your body. And then exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Evenness of breath, samavriti. Embracing all opposing patterns for balance, for wholeness. This is the magic of the tiger. Beautiful. Let's inhale, look forward, bend the knees. And exhale, come to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold on in. And inhale, come to stand. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do that again with some vritti here. So inhaling, exhaling, fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale back to plank, lower to the ground, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Let's do this 3 times. Exhale, release. Now find your deepest inhalation. Inhale as you rise up, and then exhale, lower to that same count. Do this a few times on your own, working with the breath. Slowing everything down. On your next inhalation, rise up to up dog. And as you exhale, come into downward facing dog. Feel all opposing patterns inside of you. The inhalation, the exhalation. What is pressing into the earth and what is lifting away from the earth. The mind starts to wander. Pull the mind back with the attention being on the breath. Feel the sensations of strength in the body. Feel the sensations of stretch in the body. And then when you're ready, inhale, bend both knees, look forward. Exhale, come to the top of your mat. Inhale, rise up halfway. And exhale, fold on in. Inhale, come to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. You're feeling yourself in Surya Namaskar, moving through these opposing patterns of rising and falling, inhalation and exhalation, moving up, pushing back. Let's do one more round of that. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold on in. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale to plank, chaturanga. And then inhale, a few rounds of cobra here. Using your breath, finding your deepest inhalation and working with that. Let the exhalation last the same length, even if it means you push the exhalation out a little more than usual. On your next inhalation, you guys come into up dog. And as you exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Feel what is grounded, what is lifting. Feel where there is tension and where there is relaxation. Know that whatever you feel, the opposite is also true. And it's only through experience of both that we come into true balance. Feel all those opposing patterns inside of you and reject nothing. Bend both knees, look forward, inhale, and as you exhale, come to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold on in. And then inhale all the way to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Gorgeous. We're going to do that again, but we're just going to change it a little bit by adding some lunges. So inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold on in. Inhale, halfway rise. And as you exhale, take your right leg back. Come into a lunge position here, but let the back knee rise up, keeping the hands to the ground. Keeping the hands grounded as the back leg straightens. You're balancing through the opposing force. As you ground, you can stretch more into the back leg. Feel that opposing force of being grounded supporting you to expand. Beautiful. Then bring your front foot to meet your back. Come into plank. Lower to the ground. Inhale, rise up for one cobra. And exhale, push back downward facing dog. Your right leg is coming forward again, keeping the hands to the floor. Lifting through the back knee, so the back leg is straight. Feel yourself rooting as you rise. Let yourself be buoyant where you can be buoyant, and be grounded where you can be grounded. Beautiful. And as you inhale, let's bring your left foot forward to meet your right. So standing at the top of the mat. As you exhale, fold in. And as you inhale, come to stand. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold on in. Nice even breath as you inhale halfway. And then exhale back through plank to chaturanga. I'm sorry, take the left leg back on the exhale. Sorry, guys. Straightening out your left leg, keeping the hands grounded here. Feel the opposing forces of inhalation and exhalation. Feel the opposing forces of the successes we have and the failures we have, the perceived mistakes that we make as opposed to our perceived success, our perceived perception, and know that although one is true, the opposite is also true. It's all part of the same whole. When you're ready, now come back to plank. Chaturanga brings you to the ground. Take one cobra and then push back, downward facing dog. You're bringing your left foot forward when you're ready for that lunge. The right knee is raised, the hands are grounded. Feel all opposing patterns inside of yourself. Bringing you closer to the whole of you, the totality of you. When you're ready, come forward. Both feet are at the top of the mat and you fold in on the exhale. And as you inhale, rise through the arms. As you exhale, hands come to the heart. Standing here now, make sure that your feet are hip width apart. Put a little bend in your knees. Let your tailbone descend, let your tummy pull up. And then bring your arms out to shoulder height. Take your palms to face away from you as if you're pushing against an invisible wall. And just standing here, come into Samavritti, evenness of breath. So if your inhale lasts for 4 counts, then let your exhale last for 4 counts. if your inhale lasts for 5 or 6, the exhale lasts for 5 or 6. Let your breath become even. Concentrate on bringing an evenness of breath into the body here. And let that evenness of breath assist you to unravel any unevenness inside your body, mind, or heart. Feel yourself working now with a polarity of both. Working with that tiger magic. Feel yourself embodying the power of the tiger, this righteous energy that rejects nothing to find balance. Strong enough to hold it all patterning. Allow any resistance that you meet inside of yourself to become luminosity. Luminosity above and beyond any density that you may feel in the physical body. Bring your luminosity to your feelings of density, working with your own polarity force, bringing in the opposite. If you feel just luminosity, bring in the opposite energy of groundedness, ground that energy in. Looking to find balance. And then release the arms. Just standing here, just feel the residue of all of that. As you inhale now, lift the arms. And as you exhale, fall forward. Inhale, rise up halfway. And now exhale, we're going to bring the right leg back into a lunge position, but we're going to stay here for some time. So if you need to pad your back knee, feel really welcome to grab a blanket and just pad the back knee. The back knee is down to the floor this time, so it's different to the last lunge that we were doing. And we're going to come into a mudra here that reminds me of Charlie's Angels. So interlace all of your fingers except your first fingers and thumbs. And then point your arms forward, let your arms be as straight as is possible. And choose either breath of fire or samavriti. So you're either moving into breath of fire, that short, sharp inhalation, pulling the belly in and up, exhaling through the nostrils, letting the inhalation happen naturally. So it sounds like this. It might be a little slower than that. It might be like this. Or you're moving into samavriti, evenness of breath, counting your own inhalation and then bringing the exhalation to match that count. If you're doing breath of fire, feel how the belly pulses and how you can use the pose to find steadiness. The eyes can be closed or the gaze can be on the fingers. And allow your hips to sink as much as possible. Allow your psoas to release in that back hip area. Meet any resistance that you find in your body. Feel that resistance as old patterning breaking down. And through that resistance, find your own sense of luminosity, inner luminosity, burning away the old. Release breath of fire if you're doing breath of fire. Just take a few slow, even breaths. And on your next inhalation, bring the arms up over the head. Sink the hips a little deeper. And then exhale. Come out of that and back to downward facing dog, just to stretch out. Feel the relief of the opposing pattern. The stress that it puts upon the body to just do one thing is profound. We need these pairs of opposites to bring us back into balance. And now bring the other leg forward so you're doing the same pose on the other side. Take that Charlie's Angels mudra with your hands, pointing the arms dead ahead of you, and choose Samavriti, evenness of breath, or breath of fire here. Let the hips descend. Pad the back knee if you need to. And feel the pose. The angles of this pose steady you and assist your ability to feel your own light, your own luminosity. Irregardless of which polarity it is that you are experiencing, that luminosity is always there, lurking like a tiger in the background. Beautiful. When you're ready, come into downward facing dog. Stretching everything out. Feeling all opposition inside of you beginning to balance itself now. Bend both knees, look forward. Inhale here, and as you exhale, jump to seated position at the top of your mat. We're going to come into Janu Shirshasana A, so bring your right foot in towards your left thigh. And your left foot remains straight and your leg is slightly engaged here. As you inhale, lift the chest, and as you exhale, fall forward. You're folding and holding here. If you can hold the foot, then hold the foot. If you need a strap, then use a strap. Remind yourself that the depth of your practice depends not on how much you can bend. Instead, today we're looking at how deeply you can focus, how well you can bring yourself into samavriti, an evenness of breath. So pay attention to the length of your inhalation and start to match that with the exhalation. So if you inhale for 3, you exhale for 3, for 4, for 4, for 5, for 5. And as you concentrate on the breath begins to neutralize the mind. The mind and the breath have this very deep connection. We notice when the mind is affected, so the breath is. When we're stressed, the breath becomes shallow, uneven. Sometimes we hold the breath. The breath becomes shorter. As we relax, the breath lengthens. Notice if your breath is lengthening now here. Feel yourself harmonizing your mind and your breath. As the mind begins to settle, the tendency to fidget becomes less. We have plenty of fidgeting in our day-to-day lives, so in this practice, let's neutralize that with the opposite pattern of stillness. Become as still as possible. The boredom in the mind creates the fidgeting in the body. So hold your focus here and discipline your mind. Beautiful. Then as you inhale, come up halfway. And as you exhale, just come out of that and swap your legs over. So you're coming into exactly the same pose on the other side. Remain with samavriti. Keep that evenness of breath. Keep the mind absorbed within the breath. Any tension in your knee, you can always pad under the bent leg. Let's bring the mind to stillness with this practice of samavriti, counting your inhalation and matching your exhalation with that count. Holding your focus, moving deeper into stillness, feeling your mind becoming still. It reminds me of a quote that I've heard, or a story. Your legs, if they keep walking when you're sitting down, you would say that the legs were mad. But the mind keeps turning when we are still. We fail to see the madness of the mind. Still your mind with your focus and your breath now, you guys. Bring in that opposing pattern, the medicine for the mind, which is the breath. Beautiful. Now keeping that evenness of breath, inhale halfway. Exhale, come out of that, straighten both of your legs. And just come to a brief Dandasana staff pose. So flex your feet, engage your legs, sit up tall, lift your chest and drop your chin. Bringing in that opposing pattern. Staying with Samavriti, evenness of breath. And from here we're going to release that when you're ready and come into Trianga Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. So we're keeping the left leg straight. We're going to bend the right knee. So it's like we're doing hero pose on the right side. Roll out your calf, roll out your inner thigh, and feel really welcome to prop underneath the straight leg hip, which would be your left hip. We want to move in integrity with this bent knee. So if you feel anything sharp going on in that knee, please adapt as necessary to be gentle. But we're going to interlace the palms up towards the ceiling. As you inhale, stretch up here. And as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stretch back up. And exhale, fold forward. Use that left quad, the muscles in the left leg to bring you up as you inhale. And as you exhale, fold on in. Moving and breathing as a balancer for stillness. We need both. Movement and stillness brings us into balance. And try to remain with Samavriti, evenness of breath here. Evenness of breath, evenness of movement. Embracing both the folding forward and the stretching up. And again, don't worry how far you fold forward or how high you stretch up. We're more interested in how well you can focus and how strong you can be to hold both polarities. yourself to become absorbed in the shapes that you are making. Feel these shapes assisting your practice of feeling not only the sensations in the body, feeling the breath moving in and out, but also feeling your own capacity for luminosity. And on your next inhale, let's stretch up. Hold the breath in and feel all that there is to feel here. Exhale, release. Swap the legs over. Remind yourself not to aggravate your knee. Move in truth with the joints of your body. Move in an honest, decent way. And interlace your fingers now the weird way. And then we come back into that movement on the other side. Inhaling as we stretch up, exhaling as we fall forward. As we take the second interlace, we balance out the shoulders. We need both polarities to find true balance, and this is the magic of the tiger. And if this movement does aggravate your knee, you can always feel welcome just to sit still and practice samavriti, evenness of breath. Propping your body as is necessary. Going, you guys. You're doing really well. Stay with that breath. Stay with that cat-like focus. An ability to not fidget. It's as if your breath is your prey. Your experience is your prey. You never take your eyes off it. Cultivating a deep sense of attention for all things, all polarities here. And on your next inhale, stretch the arms up. Hold the breath and feel everything that there is to feel. This tiger magic has an intensity of feeling, embraces that intensity. Release the breath when you're ready. And bring the soles of your feet together, coming into Baddha Konasana here. And it's your choice here as to whether you sit upright or you fold forward, or maybe you do a little bit of both. Just sitting here with the soles of the feet together and the legs going wide. You can pad underneath your thighs if you need to help you relax in this pose. Come into Samavriti, again balancing the opposites of the inhalation and the exhalation, so they become of equal length. And as you breathe here, notice, is it easier to inhale or exhale? Whichever one is harder, bring more ease to. Is it easier to receive your breath or to give your breath over? And do you find it easier to energize your body or to relax your body? And whichever one you find is dominant, bring the opposite pattern in to balance out your system. So if you're a high energy person, bring in more relaxation. If you're very relaxed, see if you can bring more energy in. Is it easier for you to feel buoyancy in your body or to feel grounded? Bring in the opposing pattern. Embrace the whole. Find balance. Inhaling and exhaling equally. Let the entire experience be your prey. Stalking, following your own experience with a high level of attention, like that of the tiger. And come into Upavishta Konasana, so you're in a straddle with the legs. It doesn't have to be too wide. We're going to inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, fold on in. Now if you can hold the toes as you fold forward. If not, it's absolutely fine. You can steady yourself with your fingers against the ground. You might want to prop yourself up on a blanket if you know that your pelvis has a tendency to move back. And remind yourself that it's not how deep we go within the shape, but it's how deep we go within our attention, our awareness, and our focus that determines how deeply we are actually practicing. So find your shape here and come into Samavriti, working today with evenness of breath. We're working with the opposite polarity, so where you find tension, encourage surrender. Where you find fidgeting, encourage stillness. just feel any gripping in the musculature of your body as just a pattern that is kind of got jammed in there. And as you surrender these patterns, you feel more luminosity in your inner bodies. As you hold this pose, allow yourself to feel it all. Feel everything. Don't grip away from your ability to feel. Embracing the intensity and the capacity for feeling is a huge part of the magic of the tiger. Embracing the intensity and the capacity for feeling it all polarities, and finding true balance within all of that feeling. Make sure that your breath is even. And keep your attention on the breath, on the sensations in the body, on the work that you're doing today with those polarity forces inside of you. Beautiful. Now come back up to center here. Just center yourself. And now we're going to do some side stretches with your legs in this position. So we'll start slowly and then build up your own rhythm. But as you inhale, side stretch over to your right side, bringing your left arm up and over. And as you exhale, side stretch over to your left side, bringing your right arm up and over. So we're inhaling, going over to the right, and exhaling, going over to the left. Inhale over to the right, and exhale over to the left. And find your own rhythm with this. Inhaling, going over the right leg, side stretch over, and exhale over to the left. Move in an honest and righteous way in relation to your body, to the sensations that you are having. So if you feel tightness or pain of any sort, don't add more pain. Add the opposite, ease off. If you feel, lazy in this pose, it's too easy, add more energy. Work with the opposite polarity to bring balance. And adding on here, you can start to allow for the pauses at the top and the bottom of the breath. Within these pauses, see what there is to be felt. You're inhaling as you come over the right leg and pause. Exhaling over to the left leg and pause. Exploring it all. Keep going a little bit longer. And just do one more on each side. And then come to center. We're centering ourselves here using that Samavriti breath, evenness of inhalation and exhalation. So count your inhalation and let the exhalation be of the same length. Just breathing here and feeling how stillness can be accessed through movement, and also how movement is initiated from stillness. Falling into the breath. Gorgeous. And then when you're ready, come down to lie on your back. And we're going to use bridge position here for our next pose. We're going to inhale as you lift the hips and exhale as the hips come down. Feet are hip width apart, maybe the toes turn ever so slightly in, and the hands can be down onto the ground. You can roll your shoulders and triceps ever so slightly in too to support this. Finding your own rhythm as you inhale, the hips come up. And as you exhale, the hips come down. Really allowing yourself to be in your body, embodying the totality of your experience, each polarity. This reclaims a lot of power for us when we can embody all that we are without running away. The awareness of polarities brings an awareness of the wholeness, the totality of self. And because we are not running away from anything, we can pull everything into the present moment. Feel yourself in the present moment, inhaling as the hips rise and exhaling as the hips lower. This position and this movement massages the kidneys and the adrenal glands, counters a lot of stress that we might encounter in our day-to-day lives. So we can kind of embrace the stress, but also embrace the medicine. Not running from anything, we're just bringing in the opposite to counter what is. The inhalation counters the exhalation. The hips rising up counters the hips descending down. As you inhale now, finish up by lifting the hips as high as you can and holding the breath at the top of the inhale. As you hold the breath, relax the face and feel the totality of what there is to be felt. Beautiful. And then slowly, slowly, slowly bring your hips to your mat. Knock your knees in. Close your eyes. Absorb the residue and feel the now and all the forces that play within the now. All those forces inside of you that oppose each other to become the whole. Feel relaxed within the wholeness of the self. Beautiful. And now let's come up to seated. Bring your legs out in front of you and bring your arms up and over your head. We're going to do a bit of a crazy back body massage here. We will be coming into plow for a brief moment, so we will be going upside down for a brief moment. If this isn't right for your body today, feel really welcome to just sit and breathe. Practice Samavriti, or just adapt as is necessary. So you could leave the plow out and just fold forward and sit up, or you could leave the fold out if that was better for your body, whatever works. But if you can, stay with me. As we inhale, the arms come up, and as we exhale, we come back to plow. Now we inhale, come back to seated, lift the arms up, and exhale, fold forward. It is a bit crazy. Inhale, come up, arms up. Exhale, back to plow. Inhale, come upright. Exhale, fold forward. I'll walk you through it one more time. Inhale, arms up, we're sitting. Exhale, back to plow. Inhale, come up again, seated, and exhale, fold forward. Now, for any reason when you come into plow your feet don't touch the ground, make sure is to support your lower back. We'll do that one more time just to kind of try and find a rhythm with it. Inhaling, the arms come up. Exhaling, back to plow. Inhaling, upright position, arms up. And exhale, fold forward. And you can do this to your own rhythm, so you can go as quickly or as slowly as you like. I'm just going to kind of let you go. Find your rhythm, find your way with it. You know, and for you to incorporate everything within these movements, maybe you need to really lengthen your breath. And to really lengthen the breath and retain that evenness of breath, that samavriti, we really need to concentrate. Letting this exercise become a practice of concentration as well as movement. So maybe the movement isn't everything that you wish it was, but make sure the concentration aspect of this is. I'll just repeat the patterning for this. We inhale, legs out in front of us, arms up. Exhale, back to plow. Inhale, seated, arms up. Exhaling, fold forward. Beautiful. On your next fold forward, just stop there and just breathe. And you can hold your toes if you can. If you want to finish with a little practice of Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha if you know it, you can exhale, bring the chin in, lift Uddiyana Bandha, lift Mula Bandha, engage both. Release the bandhas before you take the inhale. And you might spontaneously feel Jalandhara Bandha switch on here, which is why it's really nice to keep the chin in. And then when you're ready, inhale, lift your heart, exhale, come out of that and come onto all fours. We're going to take cat-cow again here. So inhale, open the chest, exhale, round the spine. And really concentrate on your samavritti, your evenness of breath. Notice how the differences in this cat-cow from the one that you may have done at the beginning of the practice. And we see the wisdom that every time we do something, it's different because there are so many opposing forces at play within us at all times. We might be in this polarity, we might be in that polarity, we might be working to achieve some kind of balance within the two. So every day, every moment, every breath, a different body. And as you inhale, on your next inhale, you'll find yourself with your chest open, looking up. Let your chin rise up a little bit more. And stop here, breathing here. You can either stay in samavritti, so you're staying in that, I think this is the cow position, although I'm never quite sure. You're staying in samavritti, holding your gaze steady and upward. So the breath is even, inhale to exhale. Or if you like, you can take a brief round of breath of fire, pumping the breath through the tummy, out through the nose, short, sharp exhalation, and spontaneous inhalation. Keep going with whatever it is that you've chosen to do. You might want to switch between samavritti and breath of fire. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, come back to cat-cow, nice and steady and even. Just do a couple of rounds here. And on your next exhalation, so you're in cat pose here, your back is arched and you're looking in, you're rounding your spine. Stay here. It's your choice. You can take samavritti, so evenness of breath, or you can come with me. Hold your breath out, so exhale, hold the exhalation out. Look at your belly and start to pump your belly for as long as you possibly can. Agnisara. Let's get the fire moving in the body. And when you can hold your breath out and pump your belly no more, then release the pumping action. Take a deep breath in. Exhale here. Hold the exhalation out. Pump the belly for as long as you can with the breath held out. And then inhale when you need to. Exhale, hold and pump. Inhale when you need to. Exhale, hold and pump the belly. And the pumping of the belly can be as slow or as fast as you like. But you're retaining that shape of a rounded spine as you do this. If it starts to become a little bit niggly and you want to take like one cat-cow in between here and there, feel welcome. But if you can, retain that shape. Working with Agnisara, pumping the belly. A real opportunity to actually make friends with the tummy here. Embrace it. Love it. It's a storehouse of your prana, your energy. Beautiful. Now when you're ready, take a brief couple of cat-cows just to neutralize that spine. And push back to child's pose. In child's pose here, we let go. Let go, let go, relax, relax, relax. We need this. We all need this in our lives. We all need to cultivate the art of letting go. Let go your exhalation, even open your mouth and out through the mouth. We move a lot into that polarity of gripping and holding and accumulating in a day-to-day life. So we need this practice of surrender and release more than most of us realize, actually. Notice inside of you the balance that has been cultivated by your own exploration of opposites. Your own willingness to go into the opposite pattern. And feel yourself more whole now as you relax, knowing that you have the grace, the strength, the honesty to embrace it all. So we're coming out of child's pose if you're in a continuation. If not, we will all of us meet now in Paschimottanasana. So the legs are coming straight out in front of you. And if it's possible for your body, you can hold your toes. We've been working a lot with patterns within the body, the polarity force within the body of this and that, and opposing forces. And we're going to work with the pattern of mantra now, which is very beautiful actually. The pattern of mantra brings illumination to all other patterns and dissolves them in their light. So at any point in our lives when we're feeling our patterning and we're feeling stuck, mantra is always, it's a good way to go. But we're going to hold the toes here if possible. If not, just hold the shins or the ankles. And we're going to inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, fold on in. And continue with that. Inhale, lifting the heart, and exhale, fold on in. And we're going to use the mantra Wa Guru. Wa meaning bliss, great, awesome. Guru meaning the light, the illumination, the luminosity, the teacher. So as you inhale, repeat Wa, exhale Guru. Inhale Wa, lifting, opening the heart, and exhale Guru. Inhale Wa, Guru. Wa, Guru. Wa, Guru. Wa, Wa, Guru. Now keep this mantra going as you continue to move, but bring it into internal consciousness now. So hear yourself repeat this mantra, but internally. Wa, Guru. Wa, Guru. Keep going. Remind yourself that it is not how deep you go in the physical body that determines how deeply you practice yoga. Wa, Guru. It is the focus of your attention. Wa, Guru. Keep going with that mantra. You can repeat it out loud if it's difficult to focus with it internally inside your body. But notice how this movement here massages and moves the sacrum, that big triangular bone, the base of the spine, the realm of the sacred. This is a place where we can hold a lot of our patterning. We can get quite jammed here, quite sticky, and around the hips. But when we start to move in this way and we release through a practice of yoga and find more luminosity, this place of the sacrum is also a place of energy, light and space, the realm of the sacred. Wa, Guru. Wa, Guru. On your next inhalation, come on up, hold the breath in. And now exhale, fold forward, hold the breath out. Feel the luminosity build as your concentration becomes more focused. Beautiful. And then inhale halfway, exhale all the way up, and come back now, lie in Shavasana. Give yourself all the props that you need to counter any tension, any coldness, any tightness, any discomfort. Set yourself up to relax completely. In Shavasana, experience your body heavying. Experience the stillness that arises from the movement of a practice of yoga. Let go. Relax. 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 With each inhalation, build your awareness. Remain alert, aware, focused. And with each exhalation, release a little more, let go a little more. Let the breath carry you into deeper and deeper states of awareness and relaxation. Anywhere where you feel tension in your body, bring in the opposing pattern of relaxation. Know that it is safe to let go. Relax the hinge of your jaw, your shoulders, your buttocks. Let your eyes fall back. Let your breath deepen. Now with each exhalation, feel your body heavy even more so. Surrender, let go. As you inhale, feel the lightness, the luminosity of your energy field, responding to the density of your body becoming heavier. The law of the universe states that The heavier we become, the lighter we become. Embrace both polarities and feel your wholeness. Now gently start to move your fingers and toes. Deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back. Just feel how deep and how relaxed the body is as the awareness starts to drift back. Let this awareness stretch you. Embrace the opposing directions of relaxation and activity. Do you feel yourself between these two worlds? About to come back. When you're ready, slowly draw your knees in towards your chest to stretch your back body. Or you can work with the opposing pattern of stretching the arms and legs away from each other to open the front body and stretch out the front body. Or you can do both a few times, just feeling that polarity of front and back as you come back into activity now. And you can rock a little side to side and slowly bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. Well, we will do a short pranayama practice. So finding a comfortable seat. Let's just first come back into samavriti, evenness of breath. Matching your inhalation and exhalation in length and count. I'm going to see if we can bring the inhalation to a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale and continue with the count of 5 if you can. You can shorten it or lengthen it if you feel that's appropriate. But we're exhaling, holding the exhale out, inhaling, holding the inhale in for an evenness of count and time. 5 breath pranayama. Focus your awareness on the count and on your breath. Challenge yourself to remain focused. See if you can achieve this 5-count breath without creating any extra tension. And if this pranayama creates a sensation of tension in your body, shorten the count. Find a count that suits you, that is sustainable. And allow this breath to take you closer to stillness, internal stillness. Closer to the experience of each moment, each breath and each retention. Create no tension. Feel this breath like a balm, a medicine for your body, spirit, mind, heart, soul. Feel this breath through the domain of your heart. Feel this breath and your heart space stimulating your ability to feel every polarity, the ups and the downs, the moments in between. Embrace it all. Reject nothing. Remind yourself that each polarity that is felt takes us closer to the reality of the whole, the totality of self. No more running away. Strong enough to hold all of our patterns, all our cravings, our aversions, our likes, our dislikes, our successes and our failures. Feel yourself strong enough to embrace all of that with the help and the magic of the beautiful tiger, the grace, the righteousness and the truth. You can stay with this exercise for as long as you like, or stay in your stillness. But I thank you so much for practicing today from my heart. All my love. And namaste.